have 4 decks of cards up here that we are going to start out with. So we're ready. Let's go. Alright. I had to turn the fan on because it is hotter than fish grease all of a sudden. This incense is strong. These are very strong little incense. I may have to turn the fan off to light the incense. Some Florida water. All right, holy angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, gather around. Because today we are going to Louisiana. I want to be in the zip code 70788, and I want to be there on Thursday the 15th. All right, so we are going to begin with the elements today. Let me put these over here for now. All right, so let's set the date. All right. So it is May the 15th. All right. Spirit, we are wanting to go to White Castle, Louisiana. We are at the physical address of 31025 LA1. Zip code 70788. Oops. It fell face down, so that means we're keeping it. It's hard to get up off the floor with fingernails. But we have our first jumper, and I'm going to say the thing. All right. So, if the cards fall to the floor, I'm only going to read the ones that fall face down. If too many cards come out, I will take the top and the bottom. And if a card comes out in reverse, I'm just going to turn it around. All right, I like to start with 4 or more, and we got 1. All right, now, back to what I was saying. We want to go to White Castle, Louisiana. The fire broke out around 2 p.m. Put us there a full hour ahead of time. So I want to go there on 1 p.m. Thursday. It's a little after lunch on Thursday. We're at the physical address of 31025 LA1. It's a Thursday. All right. They jumping. All right, so now we have 2. It's a Thursday. Where we're going is a really big house. Very big house. Oh, I forgot to mention. We have a special guest that is going to sit in on this part of the read. Let's put her over here. Alright. Where we're going is a great big house. 53,000 square feet, 165 rooms. Alright. That's quite a bit for. Let me take the top and the bottom. Alright, so we have our 4 cards. They came out really quick. Sometimes they get a little while. But it's a lot of energy behind this story. And the more energy, the more cards, and the quicker they come. So we're going to clarify. Alright. So the first card to come out in connection to the Nottoway Plantation fire is it's a page. This is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is a very, how shall I say, a bit of a frisky person, you know. They like to start trouble. He's holding a, you see this thing in his hand? I know it's a wand, but it kind of looked like a torch a little bit. Let me pull it back. It's giving torch. It really is. It's giving torch. So, alright. So let's clarify, shall we? Put her over here. I don't want her to fall. Okay. Because I don't know what I would do to myself if she broke. I have 2 of them. Alright, so, Spirit, you have shown me a younger fellow. It's a page, and he is holding something, in my opinion, that looks like a torch. So we're going to see why you're showing him to me. Okay? We're going to use the Omega Land deck to clarify. Alright, Spirit, we are at Nottoway Plantation. Zipcode 70788. It is 1 p.m. Thursday, April 15th. We are there just before the fire gets big enough to see from the outside. You've shown me a younger fellow here. Alright. That's way too many. You've shown me a younger fellow here who is in connection to the plantation and the fire. What can you tell me about this person? Alright. Let's see. Damn. Spirit did not waste time, y'all. This what came out. Now, if that ain't a big place on fire, yay, Spirit. You better go, Spirit. Alright. So, it was a masculine energy. And the Emperor's in control. It's his empire. That was out of control. I was not expecting that. Let's look at this card again. And it's related to this person. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Alright, so let's pop over to the spider deck, because I want to get the energy behind the Emperor and the fire. Because by it, for me, I'm just gonna say my own opinion. By it being the emperor, the owner, emperor, I don't know. But we're gonna find out what his energy was at the time the fire broke out. All right, Spirit, we are in White Castle, Louisiana still. It's a little past 1 o'clock now on May the 15th. As we are in the zip code 70788, we're inside of a building that has 165 rooms, some of them big and some of them small. He's shown me a guy here in front of the structure. Alright. Get his energy right quick. So it's 3 cards. I don't know, I'm glad to keep all 3 of them. I'm going to keep all 3 of them. Let's flip them over one at a time. Alright, unprotected came out. So this could be referencing that maybe there wasn't proper smoke alarms or a proper sprinkler system. But you have to read the cards in relation to each other. So the way I'm reading it is, this person may have known that the fire or sprinkler situation was faulty and they played on that angle, but this unprotected is, for me, it's giving no sprinkler system, no fire alarm, like no real fire control. Because right now, if a small fire break out in this room and I have a fire extinguisher, I can just easily put it out. It's giving me the energy of there's no sprinkler system, no fire extinguisher handy at the time. Alright, so let's go to the next one. Social doings. This could have been a group project. But aren't these people on this card looking a little slavish to you? And they don't even have faces for real. All of this is connection to the fire breaking out. Alright. Alright, one more and then we're going to move on to the next card. Complete. And it is according to the story, it's a total loss. It's completely gone. Alright. All of those came off of this one card. Okay, so we still have 3 cards to go. Aha. The next card is the King of Swords. Let's take a look at him. I don't know why they're pointing that out. I don't know if you can see the color real good, but this part of his stomach for some reason is green. The rest of his like regular flesh color, and the robe itself is red. But just right here, the stomach is green. Spirit says someone is sick of the shit. Or sick of this. Sick of it. Now everything else about them is perfectly fine. Except they're sick. It's like that emoji, the green emoji when a guy is about to throw up. That's what color green it is. I'm just turning on the light so you have to see the green. That might help if I actually turn the light on. His stomach is green. Alright, so someone is sick of the shit. I hope it don't make it go there. What? My anxiety is out of control. Okay. So, we are now going to use a deck that I rarely use because I don't have the guidebook to it, but it seems fitting to use it. So this is the African American deck, to where it has like it'll have a picture, but then it'll have a like a historical picture as well. So alright, Spirit, as we are inside this great big house of 165 rooms, we're in White Cabin, Louisiana. It's just a little past 1 p.m. Thursday the 15th. Zipcode 70788. Physical zip code 31025 LA1. It was a great big fire, and it took 2 days to put the fire out. I don't like the way they fell, and it's too many. Like when I say too many, I take the top and the bottom, I mean like 3. But this is 5. Now, we are in a great big house that was on fire. And you're showing me somebody who is just sick of the shit. Okay, they done had enough. There's an absolute enough. They over it, they no longer want to be a part of it, just make it go away. Tell me more about this person that was sick of it. What was their energy like other than being tired? Not in here? No? No? These cards don't have very much energy because I don't use this deck. But I'm wanting to know, you see that? I'm wanting to know who is sick of the kid. The microphone done fell down. Alright. Let's see what came out. Ooh. Whoa. This is a pretty strong image. This is who was sick of the shit. Wow. Are these people coming up? Can y'all see that? These are people that are literally coming up out of the ground. And that is who is sick of the shit. They was just tired. They didn't want to be there anymore. Because you know, after a structure or a house burned down, the people that was in it can leave. Because it's no longer there. The time and the space has been removed. Because buildings actually hold time. Like when I go to my grandparents' house, even though it's remodeled, when I walk in, I still see the old house from the 80s. So, yeah. Wow. That was insane. Yay, Spirit, you are on fire today. All right. So it would appear that the ancestors did have something to do with the fire. Okay. So why am I whispering now? Let's move on to the next card. Wow. It's an orb. Can you see that? It's just a, you can barely see it, but it's a, it's like an orb, like a bubble. And you know what? I don't think I've ever pulled this card before. So we're going to have to go to the book just to, make sure that it is correct. And this book has seen better days, but it's the reason why you never get rid of the book. Situations like this. And it's rare that I pull a card I ain't never seen before. I don't even know what it's called. To look up the, let's see what's in the index. I'm gonna have to go through it page by page because I don't know what it's called. To me, it looks like a bubble or an orb. All right. It's a good chance I'm gonna edit me looking for this out. All right, white bubble, where are you? My goodness gracious. It's gonna take all my life. Oh, I found it. I found it. All right, so this card is called the Empty. It do look empty, don't it? It's barely there. All right, let's see what it means. A smooth orb, open, nothing. A lightly tinted edge. This is the prime material, the canvas. It signifies newness and rawness, but in a quiet and dignified manner. It's waiting for any influence to change and grow. This card often relates to children or blank opportunities that are what you make of them. What's the difference, really? When you draw this, understand it doesn't mean anything is possible. Only that you will irrevocably, irrevocably, I'm not even about to try to read that word again. All right, so let's just start at the beginning. This is the prime material, the canvas. It signifies newness and rawness, but in a quiet and dignified manner. It's waiting for any influence to change and grow. This card often relates to children or blank canvases that are what you make of them. What's the difference? All right. So somebody is getting a brand new start, an opportunity to make it all better and all right again. A brand new start. It's like a do-over. So let's see who's getting a do-over. And to do that, we are going to go back into the Omega Land deck. All right. Oh, shit. Y'all, I done almost started a fire. Look at that. I know we doing a tarot read about fires, but dang, y'all, just settle down. Everybody's so hyper today. Jeez. All right. Don't make the fire that close. Okay, I'm just... All right, Spirit, as we are in White Castle, Louisiana, physical address 31025 LA1. It's a little after 1 p.m. on Thursday, May the 15th. The fire has deemed the whole house a total loss. We're going to have a clean lot. Someone's getting a do-over. Tell me who this fresh start is for. Who gets the fresh start? Almost. It flipped over. Let's see what it is. It's a family. This is who gets a new start. I mean, when you think about it, you know insurance is going to pay them for it. And even if they do rebuild it, you know they're going to have to pay people to build it. It's not going to be built by slave labor. But this is going to give them enough money to, you know, start all over somewhere else, you know. You don't have to stay in Louisiana. We can go somewhere else. That's the energy behind this card. A complete new start. Well, I'm glad they're thinking positive instead of feeling like their livelihood has been taken away. All right. So, you know what? I want to ask more about this family that's getting this fresh start. And to do that, we are going to go into the Beauty of Horror deck. I still can't believe I almost burnt my desk up over here. Let me put this piece of paper over here. Because why do I have it? Should I put her in the middle? Oh, it's too late. All right. I've been getting so worked up lately, y'all. Now I need some water after all of that. All right, so we're going to ask us questions about the family that's getting themselves a nice fresh start, and then we're going to move on to this last card. All right. Spirit, now that the fire is over, it has, for all intents and purposes, has been put out. The house is gone. All the spirits that was in it or under it, they have gone on up out of there, okay? It's a complete empty spot energetically. Tell me more about this family that was in the 70788 zip code that was connected to the Nottoway Plantation in Louisiana, that's located at 31025 LA1. Tell me more about this family that's getting a fresh start. What is their energy like now that it's over? Spirit, I'm wanting to know about the family that's getting a fresh start. Almost exploded. All right. Spirit, I want to know about the family that's getting a fresh start. We are in the zip code 70788. It's a little after 1 p.m. on Thursday, May the 15th. We're inside of a giant house that has 165 rooms and 5,300 square feet. Now that it has burnt down, you show me not only the empty, energetic place, but you show me a fresh start for a family. Tell me more about this family that's getting a fresh start. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Oh. All right, so what came out in the first start is Eight of Wands. And to me, as I'm just looking at the card right now, in the reflection of it, these dark clouds could very well be smoke. But all of these wands moving through them, that is the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands means it happened quickly. Like things changed so quick. Like 1 minute it was there and the next minute it was gone. It's like when you're cooking something and you leave out the kitchen for a moment and when you come back it's boiling over. And you're like, wait a minute, let me turn the grease down. Or, I didn't think it was going to go that fast. I ain't even stirred the pot up yet. Why are you over boiling? So things did go pretty fast. It escalated quickly. Now, they will let us know if there was can I barely can talk. Accelerated, what's that? To where it, like gas and make it go faster. I can't think of what that word is. But it happened quickly. Once it got going, it was going. And not only that, but also it can happen quickly as like on Monday we thought of the idea and on Thursday we did it. Like that. Like you book a vacation and then next week you're on the vacation. That type of fast. And the fire might have spread it fast too. But all of these changes, all of the energy, it was moving fast. And also, like I was saying before, over here, I don't think that the sprinkle in the fire system was sufficient. Because, see, it was unprotected. Things happen fast, that's for sure. And I'm going to stand by that. I do think there's dark clouds of smoke. All right, so we have one more card. And this is about the fire at the Nottoway Plantation. Oh, snap. We got a, yeah, we done made a match. It's the Empress. And we saw him earlier. So now we have the Empress and the Emperor out here. This is the Alimans Tarot, and this one is Omega Land. But there they are together. Could this be the Emperor and the Empress? Could they be, by any chance, the mother and the father in this card? So now, let's see what the Empress feel about it. All right, it went smooth, y'all. This was a smooth read. All right, so let's see what the Empress energy was like once the fire got going. And to do that, we are going to come back to the Omega. No, we're going to use the Alimans Tarot to clarify. I haven't been over. It's been a while since I gave y'all a read. I don't be over here too much. All right. All right, Spirit. As you know, we're in White Castle, Louisiana, and the zip code 70788. The physical address is 31025 LA1. Why is these not wanting to do right? We are in a great big house of 165 rooms. You've shown me the Empress, or the lady of the house, the feminine energy. It fell. The feminine, I don't know I can barely talk today. A feminine energy that's connected to the house. Oh, she's sad about it. watching it was like somebody poking her eyes with knives. Sometimes we can see things that are very hurtful. Who knows? Maybe she had plans to pass it down to her grandkids or something way later on. But the Empress is not happy. She's not happy at all. Even though she's going to enjoy the fresh start, she's sad. Oh. All right. So we have done that read. It was, in my opinion, I'm going to look at these cards. Okay? As I was saying in the beginning, this does to me look like a torch. This is once the fire got going. They knew it didn't have a lot of fire system stuff set up, like sprinklers and fire extinguishers and that type of stuff. They knew that was not readily available to the people inside enough to put out even a small fire. It was a complete loss. It's gone. Total loss. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Upon asking about the loss and about the fire breaking out, first this card came out. And, you know, these could be the ancestors. But then this card came out too. I don't know. This one definitely looks like people coming up out the ground. And this one looks like a group of people just gossiping and looking. But at any rate, everybody's happy that it's burnt down except for the Empress. She's pissed off. But hey, look at it this way. Everybody gets a fresh new start and get to go on in afterlife to wherever they really want to be. Now, I know I'm supposed to be doing the inmates, but I may have to come back later on and do the inmates because it's a baseball game today, and I want to go if it doesn't rain. I don't know, I might do the inmates right now. But if you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because who knows what's going to happen next.